200,000 years ago, the world was a brutal, beautiful place, ruled by giants. Mighty mammoths carved paths through frozen tundras. Fearsome saber-toothed cats haunted the shadows. And in the icy caves of Europe, our cousins, the Neanderthals, thrived. But far away, in the cradle of Africa, something new, something revolutionary, was taking its first breath. A creature with the body of a hunter, but the mind of a dreamer. A creature that would one day call itself human. This was the dawn of Homo sapiens. Imagine the great Rift Valley in East Africa, bathed in the golden light of sunrise. Here, a new lineage of humanity stood tall. We were Homo sapiens, taller than our ancestors, with rounder skulls, housing larger, more complex brains. This wasn't just a physical upgrade. It was a cognitive revolution. Our hands crafted tools with unprecedented precision, flint blades sharper than a predator's tooth, spearheads perfectly balanced for flight. But our most powerful tool was invisible. It was the ability to imagine, to plan for a tomorrow we couldn't see, to share complex ideas not just with grunts and gestures, but with the first sparks of true language. For the first time in 4 billion years of life on Earth, a creature existed that could not only live in the present, but could literally dream of the future. This new mind gave birth to a new strength: community. Our tribes grew larger, bound together by more than just blood. We were united by cooperation. Hunters didn't just hunt for themselves, they brought food back for everyone. Food was cooked over shared fires, its warmth a beacon of safety and belonging. We built shelters of wood and hide, creating homes that shielded our families from the harsh winds and biting rains. And within every tribe, a river of knowledge flowed, passed down from the wise elder to the curious child, generation after generation. It was this sense of community that turned survival from a desperate struggle into a shared mission. It was community that made us unstoppable. But we were not alone on this ancient Earth. To the north, the powerful Neanderthals, masters of the cold, hunted mammoths on the frozen steppes. To the east, the last of Homo erectus, a lineage 1,000,000 years old, were fading into the twilight of their existence. And all around us, the world was filled with teeth and claws. Lions, larger than any you've seen today, leopards that could drag a man into a tree, and hyenas with jaws that could crush bone to powder. We were not yet the rulers of this planet. We were just another contender, a clever ape in a world of giants, fighting for our place. Picture this, a hunting party, our ancestors moving silently through the tall savanna grass. Their eyes are fixed on their target, a grazing antelope. But they are not the only hunters here. A shadow shifts, and then an explosion of muscle and fury. A saber-toothed cat, a whirlwind of claws and fangs, erupts from its hiding place. Screams tear through the air, spears are thrown. The beast is a force of nature, and it takes one hunter down, staining the dry earth red. But the tribe doesn't scatter, they rally. They roar back. United, they stab, they strike, they surround the predator. The great cat, a killer that has reigned for millennia, finally falls. Its roars fade to silence. In that moment, something changed. We proved we could do more than just survive. We could fight back. We could win. But our greatest victories weren't won with spears. They were won in our minds. As the tribe gathered around the flickering flames of the campfire, a new magic came to life. We began to tell stories, epic tales of the beasts we had defeated, of the spirits that danced in the starry sky above, of ancestors whose wisdom guided us from beyond the grave. Our hands, once used only for tools and weapons, began to create. We carved intricate shapes into bone and antler. We mixed ochre with fat, and painted our world onto the stone walls of our caves. We weren't just surviving anymore. We were creating meaning. We were giving birth to art, to music, to belief itself. This was the dawn of the human soul. And then, fueled by this new mind and a restless spirit, we began to move. Out of the heart of Africa, a great migration began. Step by step, tribe by tribe, we ventured into the unknown. We crossed scorching deserts, forded powerful rivers, and set foot on new continents where no human had ever walked before. We followed the great herds, our moving pantry. We braved the open seas on simple rafts, our eyes fixed on distant shores. And everywhere we went, we adapted. We learned, we endured, and we conquered. The unstoppable march of humanity had begun, and nothing on earth could hold it back. But this incredible journey came at a terrible price. Being human was a fragile existence. Predators still stalked our camps in the dead of night. Unforgiving droughts withered the land and starved our families. And a new, more terrible threat emerged. For the first time, our tribes clashed, not just over resources, but over ideas, over territory, over pride. Skulls were shattered by stone axes. Blood was spilled by human hands. We learned that man's greatest enemy was not always the beast in the grass or the famine on the wind. Sometimes it was the man in the other tribe. It was ourselves. This was our world, 200,000 years ago. The dawn of Homo sapiens. We were hunters and gatherers. But we were also dreamers, artists and storytellers. Surrounded by firelight and armed with tools of stone, we began to bend the world to our will, to shape our own destiny. From our blood, our sweat, and our memories, we carved the long and difficult path to the future. We were not yet kings of the planet, but we were something far more profound. We were the beginning of us. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story of our origins as fascinating as we do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into our incredible shared past. We'll see you in the next one.